Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Collegiate Season 2. We're in the middle of quarterfinals, a best of three between Tampere University and Lund University. Right now, it's 1-1. We're moving into game 3. Let's find out who makes it to the LAN. My name is Zzleeper. I'm here together with Pidde. Hey, Pidde.
Hey, hey. But we have a little change in Tampere, right?
We do, actually.
We do.
I mean, they like Leo lost first game. They were like, okay, let's swap out one player. Let's take in some reinforcements. And then Tampere University was like, oh, we lost the game. Okay, we'll swap out and we'll put in Fruity Fresh, who was the MVP for Tampere University last season. One of the biggest reasons they played the finals against Fall. This guy single-handedly was the best Finnish player last season. And I mean, it's a really good swap for Tampere.
He played AD carry last season, if I'm not wrong. But every time he played AD carry, he played 6 Aurelion Sol, anything that's not a real AD carry. So it should be fine with putting him in the mid lane to just keep these AP champions that he has his champion pool. Just keep going with them.
Yeah, they're looking really, really strong going into game 3. Both of these teams, of course, want to make it their way to Jönköping the 20th of June. Tampere University needs revenge from last season. So does Leo Esports, as they actually got eliminated by Tampere last season. But with that said, everybody, let's let's go in to pick some bans. Last game, game 3, everyone. Tampere University to your left, Leo Esports to your right.
And the ban looks exactly the same as it did in the second game. The first game, Draven was not banned, but Tampere so far, Lucian and Casante as well. Then Leo Esports gonna take away Draven. I understand. I would not want to play against the Draven again after the first game, how it went for them. Corky, as well as we could see before, is gonna get a ban into this game. What champions do you think we're looking for here? Volibear is still open.
Yeah, remove Volibear immediately. That's all I'm saying. Get Volley out of here. Don't target Van Fruity Fresh. You can't. His champion pool is as wide as my screen. I mean, this guy, you can't ban out Fruity Fresh. But thankfully, it's Coin going up against him. Coin has a lot of experience of fighting people that are very, very good in mid lane. So let's see if we can keep him off and try to sedate him a little bit. It's gonna be difficult though.
It's gonna be
And
really difficult for
oh,
them, but it,
Coin actually getting a ban. That's pretty cool. Azir's still open though, but that's
but
all I'm saying.
Skarner is still open. That's like first game Skarner's banned, second game he's picked, he's winning the game, and now we see him that he's still open, but no hovering so far. See what Uko and Temper want to do here on their first pick.
Yeah, it's gonna be Skarner.
And it's gonna be Skarner, it feels like. Surprise
Yeah, it's
everyone, pick or ban.
Camille. Go Camille. Don't go Fiora. Please go Camille.
I want
Fiora
to
is
pick
a good
Fiora.
pick though. Like Fiora is a really good pick, but
Teemo
yeah,
is
Timo.
even
Yeah,
better. I would go with
yeah.
that one.
I would go Timo. I would go Timo.
Though it's interesting now because all these lanes they played even except the bot side. Bot side has always been a big factor for the winning lane. So the AD carries and the supports coming out in this game, I think that's where we have to look to see what's gonna put them in the better position coming into the game.
Ooh,
But away coming out here for Leo Esports, and then we
no
have
way.
should be mid right.
Yeah, it's mid for sure. It's mid. Um, I haven't seen Coin play that much way this season. It's usually Oriana or Azir. But it's gonna be Fruity Fresh on Tristana mid lane. He's really good at Tristana as ADC, so playing that mid lane should not be a problem for him. And I think if Coin misses his fear, he will struggle in mid lane.
Yeah, for sure. It's you just want to keep that range from Coin's side. But if we look over at Tempered, since we have a Tristana in the mid lane, I expect them picking a AP in the jungle and still go with a second AD carry for, well, the AD carry position. Because Mushroom Warrior has played Draven and Vayne. That doesn't really indicate that you're a player that wants to play AP champions down at the AD carry position. Nautilus coming out once again, so gonna be picked in all 3 games. First game it was Leo, second Temper, and now the third one is gonna be Temper once again. Same thing with Leo Esports is gonna pick up Braum second and now in the third game.
I mean, it doesn't look like Leo Esports are convinced it's Skarner top lane. I think they think it's Skarner jungle because they're banning a Gragas. because they're afraid it might be a flex pick here.
I mean, it is a flex pick, but mostly you see Skarner on the top side. But I guess you don't want to take the risk having a Skarner in the jungle, and you can see already, okay, they need AP. They don't want to give away Gragas to the top laner then in Tampere University, and as well as the 6-ban coming out.
I mean, why would they ban six? Like,
Because they
I'm
don't
confused.
know who's gonna go mid in Tampere University. Since they picked Tristana with 280 carries in the team, we're not
But
sure if they have.
he's not gonna go to like he's not gonna go six into Way, right? That would not make sense. He would just get destroyed, right?
He could bounce his Q behind his minions where Way wouldn't hit him with any damage almost. I mean, right now, since they swapped in a second AD carry into the team, it's just such a blur right now, I think, from Leo Esports, because, well, we have an idea, maybe two ideas where we think they will go, but we cannot be sure. So they rather ban out the specific player, even though they already picked, which we don't. So
What?
Jace AD carry? Or the Gunhammer AD carry?
Why is
That's what I mean.
Vayne?
We question it now, they question it beforehand.
Why did they lock Vayne though? Yeah, they have so much target CC. Why is he playing Vayne? He will not be able to play this game. He's gonna get outranged by Tristana. He's gonna be ulted by Nautilus. He cannot get into the fight as Kenna is ulting. Garner is like also really difficult for them to pass by. And now if they have sustain in the big fight
Oh,
in the form of Swain, I
I think
mean,
I think we're gonna see Fruity Fresh down on bot side if they lock this way in. All right, it's gonna get the Kalista instead. So
I'm just gonna
is it
say
not?
Caitlyn was open. Caitlyn was open. That's all I'm
Caitlyn
saying.
was open for sure, but I don't think she would fit into this team comp. And then we have a Malphite for Leo Esports, and with a Malphite pick, we know they're really playing to win, nothing else. So some is gonna take one for the team and play Malphite. It ain't no fun, but the win rate is pretty high.
You wanna play Malphite into a cannon?
Just poke him out.
What do
Just
you
throw
mean poke
rocks.
him out?
You throw rocks like he did with Skarner. It worked out really well for him.
But
Uh,
Malphite scales with armor.
yeah,
He
it doesn't
doesn't
matter.
scale.
It's fine, okay? Don't
Okay,
question
I
them.
get
They're
it.
better
I
than
get
us.
it. I get it. They don't have true initiation. Malphite is always a great pick. Laning phase will be a little bit more difficult for Same because he's facing a ranged champion. He's facing AP. That will be a problem for him. But yeah, I agree that the instant flash ulti from Same will be clutch for Leo Esports. If he can hit both Fruity Fresh and Mushroom Warrior, that's goaded.
Yeah, but Tampere has such good covers in the front line and in their back line. We have Skarner and Kennen. You don't really want to fight them in a big team fight unless you have a big advantage or a good entry on them, because it's gonna be really rough. At the same time, well, you're trying to pick Fruity Fresh. He's on his Tristana, can always jump away, jump into the Kennen ultimate. Kalista is gonna throw in the Bebop into the team fight as well. So once they go in for a team fight, it's gonna move really quickly, and they have a lot of AoE damage and CC. Leo Esports, we have Malphite, we have Rom, they bring in the big CC for the team, but at the same time, we have a Vayne on their team. They can be, well, a Vayne player should be able to survive by their own way. On Corin should do it on distance, and then we just have Andy running around in the middle of a team fight.
I mean, they pick like they sub in a second ADC, and then both of them play ADC in the game.
Well, it's
So
kinda meta right now. Like on our players, we had majority of the games were 280 carry in at least one team. RPS also went with a double AD carry, so it is something that works. It's not what we casters want to see all the time. You know, we prefer the big team fights, how we're used to. But 280 carry is just they gotta play very quickly for the early game. They want to be finished in the mid game, because if we look over to Leo Esports, I think they have a little bit of a better scaling into the late game. As said, because we have a way together with Vayne. We also have a Viego coming in. The Malphite and Braum is going to be really tanky for late game. If we look over Tampere, the late game is strong, but they depend a bit too much on the ultimates and spells that they have.
okay, okay, okay. I have to take another look at this. So let's say the dream fight for both teams. Okay, this is the dream fight for Leo. Okay, I'm not gonna be too intense about it. Summon needs to hit that ultimate. If he hits that ultimate, Coin will just throw his stuff right into the center. Lyrax will get the slow on them, and then Andy will just look for resets. If Andy cannot get resets, they still have Asku to make that additional damage so that he can just jump around everywhere. Now, let's take a look at Tampere University. I mean, they need to win their solo lanes. They need to win their solo lanes. I
I
think
said
Uko
early
need,
game they need to win
yeah,
this.
yeah, like Uko needs to punish some in top lane. Fruity Fresh needs to punish Coin in mid lane. They should win bot lane early because Kalista Nautilus is way stronger than Vayne and Braum. But also Braum is very defensive, so they should be able to get out as well. And if we look at jungle, they're kind of happy scaling. So I think if Leo can slow down this game and play this slow, they have a really good shot here. And now I understand the Malphite pick a little bit more as well, because the majority of damage will come from Fruity Fresh and Mushroom Warrior. So if he builds almost full armor, they will neglect almost 90% of the damage.
Yep.
That, yeah, it's spicy. There's a lot of elements to discuss here, and both teams have the biggest shot possible to win this. I think the timer is stuck, and that means we're in game. So let's move into the final and third game. Let's find out, is it Finland or is it Sweden? Moving on to playoffs in Jönköping, 20th of June. Let's go.
And we are actually seeing a little bit of an invader coming out from Tampere straight away. Could catch Samme, unless they get vision there on Mushroom Warrior. Not sure if they did it though. No one is moving out for it, so I assume they didn't see him. But I still like the Tampere is going in with the aggressivity. They just want to fight really on the early game, as we talked about. They need to win early, and so far they show that they also know it.
Just covering entrances, even though they had to give free information here. So they will know where Andy is in the early game. And like we said, they need to win the lanes. Being able to track enemy jungler will make it a lot more easy for them to know when to pressure, when to trade, when to go for the kill.
They for sure are. And when you look at the junglers right now, they're gonna go for that leechless start, and both of them are gonna start on the top side. So this game we might see this focus on the bot side once again. The first game was just all about bot and the junglers. And we
What is
actually
Summer doing?
Is he gonna try to steal it?
No, he just. I think he wanted information just to see where Polo was starting, and now they know that they're pathing the same way, and that both junglers, look just like you said, will path from bot lane,
And
and
that's
that makes it easier for Askus and Lyrax to know how they should manage the wave.
yeah, and that's where I want to see the junglers go. The first game, they offered more kills, more explosivity. They just wanted to fight all the time. And the second game, I think none of the teams were actually comfortable playing so slow as they did. But now when we see there's a Kalista coming out, there's a Vayne coming out, we might see the scaling once again for the AD carries. It's up to the supports to engage the fights, maybe force the AD carries to, like, we need to fight now. We can't just farm for 20 minutes.
Yeah, crashing the wave will not be able to tower dive and neglect that farm and XP. So Askusun will be catching up to Mushroom Warrior quite easily.
Some damage coming out here from Coin though, but pretty fresh, as we talked about, the pushing potential he has in mid lane, the pressure all the time, and he's using it really well so far. Now Polar, a little bit of an invade, but Andy got help from two of his players.
Oh,
Though that's
Polar is
really deep.
overstepping. Yeah, he has to flash that immediately. Lyrax will help him as he finds the stun. That's really good. Lyrax has to hit that Q. Will do so as well as Ignite is popped. Andy should get this reset. And now Migo, Bebop, and Mushroom Warrior is coming in from the side. They're doing a lot of damage together with Coin. Andy is getting everything he needs as he resets on Mushroom Warrior. Andy taking a lot of damage. He needs to get reset again, and he will. And stun up Fruity Fresh, and it's so much gold going over to Sweden.
Playing this so well, and Andy, I think he's one of those players who want to play these big carry champions and not the tanks in the jungles. The first game, didn't go too well. The second game went better, and now 3-0-1 and have a huge gold lead over Polar. And that means it's 4-0 in kills. And in total, the gold lead is over 2,500 already, and with 4 minutes in game.
I mean, right now, Tampere is just like, oh, it looks so good on paper, but I guess it didn't work. And now we're down 4 kills. 3 of them actually going on to Andy. And I would say Viego's skill's pretty good.
Yeah, especially with these 3 kills in the beginning. He should just snowball right now. He still needs to farm the jungle for sure. That's a must for every laner, but try to be very aggressive, get more ganks in. Might even put some ganks for topside, even though it is a Malphite. I know that's not where you want to put all your time, but to give a Malphite 1 or 2 kills, get advantage in the minions means he can start snowballing his lane by himself already. But we see here on the bot side, Lyrax together with Askuson. They know that no one is close to them except their opponent, so still backing off, showing disrespect here for Mushroom Warrior and Bebop.
Yeah, they're actually gonna fight Askuson as he's trying to reset into the bush here. Askuson and Lyrax. Lyrax is probably gonna fall here. There's a lot of spears. And it's very, very disrespectful from Tampere stepping up once again, and this time it pays off.
For sure is, and getting that kill means a lot for them on the bot side. Is coming, even though we could see Lyrax got his 4 assists, Askuson got his 2. Having a kill here over 2 Mushroom Warrior is going to make a huge difference for them, but they still need to watch out for Andy, who's once again moving down bot.
Yeah, Corn together with Andy looking to kill her. Polar is taking down Dragon, and they will actually be a little bit in an awkward situation as Pretty Fresh comes in from the side. There's a shutdown available right now on Andy. He will get the resets though, but he doesn't have a lot of HP, and it could potentially be a disaster here for Leo, losing all of their lead immediately as they put a lot of... Wow, some actually winning that solo ball on top lane.
Yeah, so the dive didn't go that well for Hugo, but as you said, bot side there, getting 3 kills to Mushroom Warrior on Kalista, one of the biggest carry, 80 carries we have right now. Now it's gonna be really rough. Askuson and Lyrax can't really play their lane unless Andy is there. If Andy is there, sure, then you can try to take a fight, but if he's not, they should not try to get any trade at all.
Yeah, some are pushing out that wave. Right now he's getting dove though in top side. He will get away with his life. Still has flash as well. I have no idea how he managed to keep his flash and still survive that.
Coin and Fruity Fresh gonna trade some here. Most damage coming out from Fruity Fresh, but Coin with that ultimate popping, we're gonna see an even trade, and both of them very low right now. The junglers, we can look over at Polar, is gonna go for the grubs. Meanwhile, Andy's gonna go for a second scuttle. So no ganks in the mid lane, and I think both teams are feeling right now like, all right, we got 1 champion each that's really fed. We don't want to feed anyone else, and just to play around them. And then we have, of course, over for Tampere, we need to watch on their bot side. It is Mushroom Warrior once again, as in game 1, who is the big carry for them. And over at Leo Esports, we have the new player for them, and this Zzleeper, who's gonna take over this game.
I mean, Observer, can we see the gold? I just want to see the gold difference between jungle in Leo Esports and Mushroom Warrior on Kalista. So I'll request the gold here because I really want to see that. But the shutdown earlier, I think that actually ended up on Mushroom Warrior as well. So you have 3 kills plus that shutdown and an assist and 9 farm ahead.
Got his
So right
item.
now, I mean, it's a lot. Oh, I think he needs to fix that.
It doesn't have, I think it's X, I'm not sure though.
Yeah, it's X, man. It's X.
Or someone else changed the settings now when he's taking notes, it's not working. But we have to use our imagination. If we look over at Skarner, we got items for a value of around 1800 in gold with a giant spelt and 2 rubies. And then we have Andy who built his full item. Kraken Slayer is already built, so it's 3.2. So it should be twice as much as gold right now on Polar, depending on how much you have in his bag when he's doing a reset.
Yeah, Andy is running into a bush. There's vision in the bush. So it will not happen a lot in topside. We'll just help him shove out this wave. Also important to notify you all that double neutral objective went to Tampere. Now looking for a dive in top lane. That looked disgustingly easy.
Yeah, we could see
So,
Yuka wanted to use his ultimate to clear out the minions and then stay safe under the tower, but doesn't
oh.
really have all of that damage yet, so it's gonna be a turnaround instead for them.
I mean, I saw Uka using his ultimate, and then I was like, okay, they will just back off, and then immediately they just killed him in like 1 second. Coin is bought to try to help them out here as Fruity Fresh now pathing down together with Polar, and they're just gonna back off.
Yeah, they're not gonna use any more time. Fruit Fresh has the vision that Coin is close by, which means it's a 4v3 situation for them. And sure, you have a man advantage, but you do not want to dive them just with one more player, especially not when it's against a Vayne uses her ultimate, can't be seen.
Oh,
That's
what is
not
he
good
doing?
though.
Lyrax is all alone here.
Might get
Has
away
to
with
use
that
his
flash.
flash. No,
Never
he will
mind.
not. Migo Bebop flying in from the side, securing this kill. Lyrax a little bit too curious here.
It is, but we see here from Tampere, like they're always on the bot side, enemy jungle invading, taking all the camps, threatening with the ganks, and so far they come out with quite a lot of kills from it. Question is now, like Leo should have more vision going around from their bot side, I think, because if we look at the minimap right now, they have one ward, and then Tampere has they have the Scuttle and three wards really deep, so a lot of vision right now on the bot side.
The win con discussed earlier was if Leo could manage early game, they have strong potential to win this game. Right now, they're even with Tampere University, and that is a big win for them as they should have been punished in every single side lane. A bad invade resulting in early game going equal.
Yeah, but I would rather have a Fed Kalista in my team than a Viego. Oh, gonna pick up a kill in the mid lane, and is still left here. Could he pick
Yeah,
up Fruity
Andy is
Fresh?
doing a lot of damage to Fruity Fresh, making
Job.
that look easy. Wants to do damage to Polar as well. I don't think he can kill him. That's one chunky Skarner.
All scanners are really tanky. um, but the Dragon is up. First Drake went over to Tampere once again, a little bit quicker on it this game. Last game, they were really slow fighting for the objectives. And sure, we're on the second break right now, but still taking time for them. Then Andy's gonna go for the grubs instead. So gonna look for those six. No, they lost the first three. So gonna even it out with 3-3 in grubs. We might see that Temper is gonna pick up this second break instead.
Yeah, like both early neutrals went to Tampere University. This is the first time they actually can contest anything, which is strange because Andy has been strong throughout the entirety of the game, and it just still feels like Polar is free to do whatever he wants. So let's see if they can get this dive top lane. Uka will not be able to get out as Sami just immediately goes in, and the damage is so... it's too easy, guys. It's just too easy.
Yeah, it is. We just send some in with the ultimate doing majority of the damage, poking him down enough for Andy to just come in, do the damage, take the kill with him, get out. Meanwhile, Sam is tanking the tower. So I'm not saying it easy, but with the kills they have right now on Andy, it's way easier than if he wasn't fed, and they're executing it really well.
Well, I'm saying it's easy. As Coin now teleporting into bot lane, they're trying to pull him out. Lyrax needs to hit this Q. Lyrax, can you do it, sir? No, you cannot. But Migo Bebop will have to sacrifice himself for his teammate. Fruity Fresh is actually teleporting like not very far, but it's good macro
Oh,
because
Polar
he's
get
gonna have good
picked.
positioning for his ulti. Askerson is going down really, really low, and that makes reset available for Fruity Fresh as he get a great pull on Lyrax. That teleport was 5 head, honestly. Did you guys see that? He stood in river, teleported to a minion, got the perfect flank, get an immediate pick on Askerson, and then it's a great pick coming out here for Polar as he gets Lyrax at the end of the fight.
Yeah, so this game so far, we have Andy over at Leo, who's the big carry for them. Got those kills in the early game, but very shortly thereafter, we could see Mushroom Warrior getting a lead. And now I think Temper is just playing better as a team so far. They're moving around on the map all the time. Leo is in a bad position because all of a sudden there's 3-4 players from the enemy team over in their own jungle to get a pick on it. But if we look at the gold, still a lead to Leo, but they had a really big gold lead. Even after 4 minutes, I think it was up with 2,500. Right now, it's 1,000 ahead. On the other hand, we have Temper. It's picking up 2 dragons, so the objective is also go. It's Temper here.
Yeah, pushing in that way in bot lane once again. The one lane we haven't really talked about in Leo is bot lane. Askerson together with Lyrax. They struggle a little bit. Lyrax, the one, of course, being sacrificed a lot, going 0-4 now in the early game. Has those 6 assists though, which, I mean, you should be happy about if you're a support. Miko Bebop now overstepping. Flash coming up from Lyrax, securing that stun, making it easy for Andy once again to get in. But Askerson, the one securing it. Teleport invested by Summit. This is an ultimate that will be flashed by Mushroom Warrior.
Now they really need to push for this tower. The 4 players on the bot side, 5 even with Coin arriving. Meanwhile, we see Uko's gonna push on top side. He has 3 grubs mid lane. Fruitfresh is gonna push in that tower with the Tristanis go really quick. So they need to fight for a turret. And right now it's the bot turret that Leo should have their eyes on.
I think Fruitfresh might be in trouble here as some is pathing up as well. But maybe he could just reset here. Summit will spot him in jungle, has to move up top side because of Uko. As Polar now has an angle to actually go for this. Summit is kind of squeezed. Yeah, they're looking for CC. Gets a kill bot lane though. Migo Bebop once again picked off guard as Summit has to flash over the wall, taking a lot of damage. Fruitfresh now looking for that additional damage as Uko is the one secured the kill at top lane turret as well.
It's cross-map play here. We can see that Leo is gonna get a kill on bot side with the turret, as well as Tampere is gonna get top turret with the kill there. So fair trade for both of these teams, but I think right now Leo getting 3 kills over to Askerson really quickly after not really being into the game. It means a lot to them because Mushroom Warrior, who's the other AD carry, is already fed. So right now both team has a fed AD carry. For sure, Mushroom Warrior is a bit stronger with 2 more kills and 20 more farm. But it's still, having a Vayne coming into the game must feel so good for them, because if they wouldn't have Askerson into the mid and late game, I don't really see a possible way for them to win this game.
Right now, the whole thing is about Mushroom Warrior and Andy Sukashiv. Summit though used that ultimate in bot lane earlier, so they know Mushroom Warrior does not have flash available. Summit has ult once again. So an overstep from this Kalista would be a disaster for the Finns, as they have constant vision on him as well.
Yeah, no, once again, Summit's gonna go down for the team fight, which you should as a Mal fight. You should always stay with your team. You're gonna take the big team fights that
Oh, wait.
Here.
Oh, he's just gonna use the... Can they just escape that? Yeah, they can. I don't think they know, guys. I don't think they know. There's vision on Polar as well. It's just gonna take a bit of a poke. And Herald will be immediately picked off here. I mean, Uko is doing a great job in silent. Not gonna lie, he has teleport up as well.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, just look at the minimap on top side. Yuko right now, since they're just dancing around the mid lane, he gets so much time to just farm, push the tower, and now he's gonna use his teleport. The commitment
Good here
is
from
there.
Polar. Double suppression coming out on Lyrax. Get it with Askerson. They're not the strongest members though. As Uko now gets in deep. Askerson is still alive. Sami going for the double ultimate, going in on Mushroom Warrior, doing a lot of damage. The carry is down for Tampere. The carry is down, and now they should be able to use resets on Andy. Doesn't matter how good you initiate, because they get the carry, and I think they should be able to get Dragon after that.
Yeah, and along this whole team fight, we see Andy was just chasing after Fruitfresh, so both teams missing out on key players. Still, Leo's gonna go home winning from that team fight since they're gonna take this Dragon with them. So 2-1 in Dragon's favor then for Tampere, but I think the last team fight, Fruitfresh is a key player for them right now. Even though he's not super fed, he's still really strong. The AoE damage and just the positioning, doing constant damage in the team fights. Being forced out by Andy is really well played by Andy, but at the same time, he is the big carry for his team. So picking out one carry from each team, let them chase each other, I don't really know if I like that in the team fight.
I mean, let's give some extra respect to Sam as well. The patience. Just waiting until he actually finds a spot where both Fruitfresh and Mushroom Warrior is stepping up, hitting both carries immediately. And because Mushroom Warrior doesn't have flash, he's able to secure that kill and winning them the fight. So Same coming up clutch here. Malphite just a lot more broken than they expected. Polar now taking a lot of damage. They have Tank Destroyer in the form of Vayne here, and no smite available. This could potentially be a Baron.
Could be. We're gonna go for defend bot side.
Could they cancel his teleport?
Out.
They cannot.
Askerson is gonna block that for them, so they're not gonna lose bot tower yet. Meanwhile, Coin on top side could go for the tower. Uko is on his way, but if Uko is gonna stand on our tower with that low HP, we might see a dive coming out from Leo.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Baron has a spawn. Yeah. I'm tired, guys. I don't know what to say. But yeah, it's gonna be a Baron, guys. Honestly.
If we let it spawn, we have a new team fight, then we might see Baron. But it's the objective that's next up, but the Dragon is still far out. So Baron, both teams, we're moving in 20 minutes. It should be a focus. Sam is
Oh,
gonna
Sama
commit to
trying
it.
to go for the solo bowler here. Swedish Fresh wants to secure the turret. A lot of damage coming out from this Tristana. Sama hiding in the bush will be able to get that extra movement speed as Lyrax flashes forward to save his top laner, and shutdown goes over to Sama, who's playing really clutch in this series.
Yeah, 3 kills and 4 assists so far, and still not. He's just a third position in stats for his team, even though he played well. But right now, all eyes on Andy and Askersund from the Leo Esports and from the Tampere University. We should just keep an eye to the 280 carries once again. Fruity Fresh and Mushroom Warrior. We talked about it in the champs. So like there's a lot of teams right now picking 280 carries, and so far in this series, it's worked really well for them.
Yeah, like we said before, Baron will actually be started here by Tampere University. I don't think they actually invest in teleport as well from Fruity Fresh. Dyrax, once again, a little bit too curious as he's walking towards that brush. A lot of members waiting there, ready to kill him. That was a kind of an awkward start, no?
Yeah, but we're at this point in the game where if you fake a Baron, they might actually take it. Like it's the fakes are very believable right now. So coming in there, you kind of need to go for the teleport. If you don't teleport in, well, you lose Baron at the stage of the game we are right now. Now we might even lose the game. So I get it, get the teleport, but that also acknowledge that Baron is a big focus right now. They're just gonna deep push almost every lane. We see Ugo is on bot side, player with his teleport up. Remaining of the players fighting around the Baron right now. Mid, top, very close to Baron as well.
I mean, Ukko is just the main guy right now for Tampere. He's so annoying inside lanes. He knows exactly what he's doing. And it doesn't feel like Leo are ready to respond to him constantly. Maybe they just go for Baron here. No, they can shove mid and get the tower then. Oh, okay.
Coins needs to run now because he doesn't want to use his teleport in case they go for the Baron. Question is, do Ugo has enough damage to take the tower before Coin is there? And now when the Dragon is up, do we want to fight for the Dragon or do we let Dragon go and fight for the Baron?
I mean, they need this Baron. They need to slow down the game. It's so good for Leo to stay right now. Do they have blue trinkets? They do not. Sama has a ward though.
But they already backed off once the word hit them. So now it's the third, fourth time they're trying to take Baron from each side and they got cancelled. So Dragon might be the choice.
Looking for Lyrax. Lyrax is pretty chunky though. So it's not something you just kill off. But look at top lane. Look at bot lane. Tampere coming out with the macro. Ukko together with Fruity Fresh is doing so much work right now for the Finns.
Yeah, they're just pushing every side lane because they know Leo is a bit of a stuck in the mid lane. Especially when you put Andy there, the jungler you want to have as a roaming player right now when we're pushing on 2-3 lanes. But now the Dragon is up, the pings are coming from both teams, and you can see the rotation from every single player coming out right now.
Salmon once again will be looking for that ultimate. Flash is available on every single member of Tampere University this time around. A Fruity Fresh, guys, he does not have teleport. That means Dragon for Leo. But do they have time to respond to top lane? Salmon has reset it.
I don't know if Fruity Fresh can take the tower, should get a charge off. Alright, never mind, he might take it. It's gonna take the safe choice though and run away because we can see that the remaining of Leo is on their way to the top side from mid lane. Fruity Fresh needs to do a reset here instead. But Uko is still gonna split push on the bot side. Been doing that for a while. Was sitting on top side, moved down bot side, forced into a team fight, and now he's on his way for bot again. So split pushing right now. Tampere is playing it really well. The whole macro play, they're really using this threat of having the teleport up for Uko.
I mean, the only thing going the way of Tampere right now is the split pushing. And Uko still has his teleport. Fruity Fresh is getting his teleport very, very soon. The only thing is, like, they're not getting as much as they want to. They're just putting Leo in awkward situations where it's hard for them to trigger. But scaling is still favorable for Leo. So every second passing is one step closer for a Swedish win. And I don't think Lund University minds the way they're playing in Tampere at the moment.
No, for sure not. But now we have Baron. Like, we are in on the T2, T3 towers on every single lane. We have T1 still mid for blue side, but once we go for Baron and objectives, we have Mushroom Warriors playing Kalista. His Spears does more damage than the Smite, so if we're gonna see a team fight or a fight around Baron, we really need to see Leo focus that Mushroom Warrior, because he's gonna be twice as important for it than the jungler with Smite.
I mean, once again, pushing top, pushing bot, teleport available on both, trying to split up Leo as much as possible. Summoner moving down bot lane. Uko was hiding in the bush. I think Summon might be strong enough to actually go for this 1v1 if he wants to.
Well, he's tanky enough, that's for sure.
I mean, Iceberg Gauntlet does a lot of damage on that fight.
Does, but now for
Oh, Fruity now on Coin. Coin good with the fear damage coming out from Coin. Is caught mid-air as Coin comes out clutch with the playing top side. Secured here by Andy. I mean, they're playing really well right now, Leo. They're getting out macroed in side lanes, but they can't get the turrets. It doesn't really matter.
Now they really need to commit to the Baron. They gotta pick the TPs there. Fruity Fresh played really well this game, but a little bit too aggressive right now, getting a pick off, and it's not a kill giveaway. You're gonna give away a Baron, which means you're gonna give away a lot of gold and pressure, and with the pressure coming now, we're moving into 26 minutes, it's gonna be too important to lose.
Yeah, Uko from the side. They're split now. Leo is split as Summon commits to Uko. Going very, very hard here to kill this top laner. Good route coming out here on Askison. He has to keep moving. Mushroom Warrior wants to do stuff here, but it's good pressure coming out from Leo. They're pressuring way too hard here as Fruity Fresh is getting close enough to resets now. Looking for Lyrax. Flash coming out. Looking for Coin. Coin staying alive. Somehow, they do not die as Coin now takes a lot of damage from Polar. Oh, we're fresh over the wall looking for Andy. That's a big shutdown. If he can get it, he cannot. Yes, he can. Shut down. Fruity Fresh keeping the game alive right now as Leo oversteps a little bit.
Fixing his own mistake, getting in, getting picked off. We see Leo going for Baron straight away, coming back into the team fight after the respawn. Does a lot of damage, so to say, and with that damage you're gonna win that team fight, and now it's all of a sudden their Baron, because I don't see anyone from Leo that could steal it. The one that's closest is Lyrax, but he doesn't have the damage for it.
Oh, they overstep. They're actually winning the fight, but as soon as the bomb explodes from Fruity Fresh, everybody goes to 30% HP. They panic. They try to run away, but they cannot. As Fruity Fresh gets one reset, he could keep going. And then all of a sudden, Finland is coming up clutch.
They sure are, and the 5th dragon is on its way as well. It's still a Mountain Drake. The last 2 went over to Leo Esports, so picking up a 3rd one here would mean that they're on Soul Point. Soul Point for having 4 Mountain Drakes and the Soul. If they manage to get that, Samme and Lyrax, who's already tanky, will just become mountains that it's not even worth hitting them. And that might be a big problem here for Tampere. I think they should really play around this. You want to fight for this dragon, you don't want to let go for free over to Leo. So if you can get this one, great. Then you're the one going for the smoke.
I mean, they do not have flash on Mushroom Warrior and Fruity Fresh. No flash on carry. Some this time around could potentially go for this as Uko once again with the split push. Doesn't have teleport this time around. That means that they're willing to give this dragon, but they get so much on the map. Looking for mid lane turret as well. Tampere is just playing macro beautifully on the map right now. They need to take this fight. They need to find every single member here. Otherwise, they will really suffer. Coin going in now, trying to stop Uko. Uko doing a lot of damage here to Coin. Coin trying to get away. Will go down really, really low as Uko is looking for the solo kill. Getting that as well. Now they're looking awkward, guys. Uko is doing really well here. As they
But
commit
this
to the
team
fight,
fight,
that means that Uko could potentially continue in the base. Salmon coming in from the side trying to do damage. Mushroom Warrior cannot get the damage out. And now Uko once again joining the fight. And it looks really, really good here. As it looks like Finland might be able to close this game out right now. Uko 2000 is just splitting them up. And it's Tampere University going to LAN playoffs the 20th of June and being the first Finnish seed to do so.
and they gonna fight off against Kyoto FF, who they played against in the last season's final, but this time it's gonna be in the semifinals already, so high expectation of that matchup. But I think they just played it so well this game. They knew the team fighting was not in favor for them, so they started doing the macro. They started doing the split push and going for the objectives, and in the end, that was enough for them to win. An extra shout out to Yuko to really commit to the split push and not giving up.
I mean, it just at one stage, it just felt like Leo had everything. They shouldn't be able to lose, and then Fruity Fresh together with Uko, they just starts playing the side lanes, and Leo just has no response. Eventually, Leo flips a Baron, loses the Baron because of a less good team fight. They
Yeah.
invest a lot of resources into Uko. Uko is holding like 3, 4 members. Then they think they have momentum, they overcommit, and I mean Fruity Fresh is just doing really, really well in the end of that fight. And then they just took over the game completely with Uko continuing in the side lanes. I don't know, like they had no response.
No, and with this third game going over to Tampere, we know that switching those players that they did have a great impact on them. Leo swapped the player, they won the game. Tampere swapped the player now in the last one, putting in Fruity Fresh, who had a great impact on the game as well.
I mean, big congrats to Finland, Tampere University, of course. Once again, going to the LAN playoffs last time, like you said, made it all the way to the finals. In the finals, they faced off against KTHFF, who won the first split of Nexus Collegiate. This time, they will face each other in the semifinals, and that means we will get a bit of a how do you say, like a replay from last playoffs. This is what we have in store, guys. First semifinals is secured now. KDHFF from the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm going to go up against Tampere University. And the 4 additional teams that are still fighting for the last 2 spots, Sonaterva Yakirives from Haga Helia and Justice from Jönköping University is going to go against each other in a to be decided date. And Paragon University of Exeter and Bardic TTU in Uppsala University is going to go against each other tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So additionally, 2 teams will go to playoffs.
It's so rough reading B2U into U because in my head it's 2 different teams, but here in Nexus Collegiate it's one team, and then they added the University of Uppsala, so the name is just a big blur.
Yeah, real impressive here for the Finns. We say congratulations once again. For you guys at home that expect more and want more at Nexus Collegiate, you'll have to wait until tomorrow at 8 o'clock Swedish time. We will once again be live here at the Swedish Online League channel. And tomorrow it's time for B2UU versus, wait, my memory is really bad. Paragon. There we go.
Exactly. You got it,
There we go.
Zzleeper.
Yeah. Britain versus Sweden tomorrow. Come come on in once again and we'll see what other teams will make it to a playoffs. With that said, everyone, we will end this stream. Thank you so much for being here. Please leave a follow for the Swedish Online League and also go check out Nexus Collegiate social medias and follow them everywhere. That's all we got today. Puss puss. Take care.